strong. No dark sarcasm in the classroom.
Let's see what the teachers have to say about the class of 1989.
Mr. Long,
That was such a great...
first thing that comes to mind, class of 1989.
What do you think of? What do I think of the class of 89? What a swell bunch of guys the class of 89 is. Is?
So Griggs, a few words on the class of 1989. Anything.
Anything.
We will take anything.
A wonderful class.
A wonderful class? Simon, what do you think of the class of 1989?
I've been asked to comment on the class of 89. Speak spontaneously. Good trick. My first group here, my first 6th grade. I'm going to be glad to see them graduate, but not in that way.
Sure.
It's exciting to watch them go through and to watch some of these guys. Scott and Ed, who are standing behind the camera, have grown considerable, as all of them have. It's a good memory. They broke me in. It was an interesting first year here, but more than probably any other group, I'll remember them because they were my first group. And we had a lot of fun at Echo Hill. And some of us went on a backpack trip. I think we made it to a baseball game. Orioles were probably losing then too. And we generally had some good times and maybe learned a little bit. Nobody that stands out so much as it was just a fun group, and I've got a yearbook with you all in it at home, and I'm real pleased for all of you. Best of luck.
Mr. Weiss, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when we mention the class of 1989?
Ed, memorable is the word that comes to my mind.
Now, a few words from our fearless leader on the athletic field, Mr. Lowell Davis.
For 1989, the most important thing to remember is where there's a will, there's a way. It's probably not the size of the dog in the fight which counts, but more than likely it's the size of the fighting dog. Success seems to be to always come in cans, failure in cans. The only I in football, I suppose, should be a formation. There are a lot of important things in life like this you ought to know, certainly. And maybe I'll just end by simply saying that if God had really believed in a permissive society, don't you suppose he would have come down with the 10 suggestions?
They're very interested in, and you could tell that they were a class of boys who were going to be good athletes. Jimmy Menino and Carter.
Boy, was she right.
Rumors spreading round United Texas town about the shack outside the game. And you know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go to that home out on the range. They got a lot of nice girls. I'm waiting. Well, here it's fine if you got the time and the chance to get yourself in. And here it's time almost every night.
But our interests not only lie on the athletic field. The class of 1989 has also been known to excel in the classroom as well. Well, sort of. James, one great mind at work in the class of 1989.
Paul, what's the one thing in your senior year that just really bugged you? It's eating away at you all year long.
I think it was probably getting into college.
Applying to college, I know how it is.
It was tough.
But didn't it feel good when you finally got in?
Yeah.
Scott Hughley, you just got into UNC. He just found out.
I'm going to Disney World.
We seniors can get pretty stressed out during the year, waiting for colleges, trying to get the best grades possible. But during our free periods, we try to relieve some of that steam by going down to the senior lounge in the basement of the dorm.
Yeah, but you don't want to go down there. It's kind of scary.
It's pretty gross. But we'll show you what it's like anyway.
And it's ours.
This is the lounge.
Activities over here. They're keeping you happy doing the usual stuff over there.
I know.
I'd like to show you some of my friends.
Yeah, play hand with us, man.
Peter Harrison.
Look at that camera, dude.
James Jean-Claude. James is very embarrassed right now. This is John Graff. Here, talking right now.
John?
Ed Lochran. John Graff.
Another known hangout for the class of 1989 is the 7-Eleven on River Road. Oftentimes, you might find Jeff Rubenstein, former classmate there. 7-Eleven provides us with food, drink, and video entertainment. But those Slurpees is what really hits the spot. Also on weekends, we enjoy congregating at someone's house and just sitting back and relaxing, but we won't get into that.
Paul, where do you think you're going?
School's out, man. I'm out of here.
Yeah, but we still got senior project.
God, the hallways are so barren. Where have all the seniors gone?
Well, I'll tell you where they've been, Taylor. They've been beginning their senior projects. Senior projects provide us with an opportunity to get out into the working world and see what life outside of Landon is really like. I know a lot of you think that these senior projects are pretty bogus, but we visited with a number of them and found them to be quite legitimate and fairly interesting. Now we're going to let you take a look at these boys and see what they've been up to these last 4 weeks.
Look at this boat. Ryan Leach, Ed Lochran, they're fishing for their senior project. Ed, tell us a little bit about this boat.
Okay, this is a modern day bass boat. I use it in my professional bass fishing tournaments that I fish in. And a couple of features on this boat. This right here is a depth finder. This will show you the depth and show any fish if there are any below your boat. This is another one. This one, though, is used while you're running. This boat will go up to 75 miles an hour, and all these different gauges. This is the speedometer, fuel gauge, battery gauge, temperature gauge, the RPMs, and the water pressure on the outboard motor.
We're here in John Hansel's basement. His senior project is all right here, folks. In the world of art by John Hansel. I'll let him take it away.
Just finished. Wow. Let's look at this baby.
Freaking done, yeah. Explain what is the meaning of this painting here.
This? Well, this painting is called No Impact. For those of you who can't read. Let me see. I have some pieces over there, too, behind Jason. But, I don't know. I've just been sort of hanging down here. This is my workroom, kind of in the bottom of the couch or whatever. And, there's nothing really down here except for me and my, music and, TV and my art, you know.
So you're just surrounded by a world of creativity.
No, it's sort of, it's the basement of the house. I think it's kind of symbolic in that it's, my subconscious. And that's where all my work's coming from, it's sort of down, deep inside of me.
In the heart of everything.
The heart of, my inner existence. And that's where I'm just sort of yanking, the wretched corpses of life.
Okay, well, thank you,
Thanks a lot, John. We'll be taking off now.
This is WKYS. This is what Dickie Mahaffey does his senior project. Let's go say hi to him.
All right, I'll get back to you soon.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome, guys. Welcome to KYS.
What's good?
Take it through. This is Wendy. She's the front secretary.
How you doing?
Hi there, Wendy.
Anything else you'd like to show us?
Yeah.
Nostalgic Prince and Purple Rain, Pastor. Hey, Ed, why don't we just go check out Dick in the library?
Okay, Paul, why don't we?
All right, guys.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. Hey, now this is the music library, and this is where all the records and music of KYS is stored. Last week, see all these carts. These are carts. This is how the music's played on radio. These speaker men. They're like 8-tracks. And I had to put all those in order and do all this weird stuff. I'll show you in a minute when we go in the studio. All right. And earlier today, I was finishing up putting these records back in place. You know, like a group called No Fake. You take it.
Well, that's
Or getting the checkered flag in a Grand Prix race car.
This is where everybody.
Winning means never settling for second best.
CD players.
At Winner Chevrolet, we're going to make
Turntable
you the
Monday.
winner.
all right, Dickie. Thanks a lot.
Hope you enjoyed the tour, man.
Yeah, I did. I think we'll get a lot out of it.
See y'all at graduation.
Take it easy.
So, Carter, you're doing a project on acid rain? Tell us, what is acid rain?
Scott, as a matter of fact, acid rain is a direct consequence of the atmosphere's self-cleansing nature. What happens is the sulfuric and the nitric acids emitted from the factories, from our industrial nature of our country, are emitted into the atmosphere, and the atmosphere, they would form into clouds. They come into the clouds and turn into tiny droplets, and they bond with the rain. What happens is when it comes down in the form of sulfuric and nitric acid, which greatly harms our ponds and lakes and wildlife and trees and everything. It's really a terrible problem in this country.
B, describe this trip you're going to be taking.
Well, we're going to the Mahoosic Range, which is one of the more difficult sections of the Appalachian Trail.
And this is all the gear you're going to be taking.
Well, Scott, as a matter of fact, this isn't all of it. This is just a few examples.
Sampling?
The Natural High Beef Teriyaki, our Backpacker's Pantry cheesecake for dessert one day,
And Mountain House scrambled eggs mix with butter.
wool socks, those are a necessity anywhere you go, and the Kelty Tioga too. Quite a backpack.
Save the wilderness.
So, Scott, what are you doing here at Rockville Stamp and Coin?
Well, right now, I am taking care of sorting coins for the bid board.
What's the bid board?
The bid board is that bid board of coins over there.
Right.
And you'll see each coin is on a card.
Right.
And there's a price listed on the coin, which is the minimum bid.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight, the bid board will be closing at 7 p.m. And what happens is people will be coming in later on this evening and writing down bids on their coins and their little list of increments for how much each bid must be in the price range for the coin.
All right.
And
so it's like an auction.
Yeah, it's an auction. Exactly.
We're now entering the project of Smart Miles. Let's go in.
All righty.
Explain to everybody what you're doing here, Mark.
Well, what I happen to be doing is indexing files. In files here you have a whole bunch of pleadings, which are the actual motions that go through the courts and come back through the court orders from the judges. And these should be put in a file in order so that you can just look, if you're looking to find one, just go to number 8, and that's where it is in the file.
Can we see what they look like? Have a close-up? That's very interesting.
I also do photocopying and other work.
Here we are, downtown Washington, D.C. business district in Vector Realty Group, Incorporated. Let's go see what John Scott the Father's up to.
Sure.
John, he's busy at his desk. John.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Here we are in this lovely Washington, D.C. real estate office, Vector Realty. Beautiful view here, John. John, tell us a little bit about it, what you do here at Vector Realty.
Well, I'm working for John Kyle, a prominent D.C. real estateman, and I'm getting different information about different properties on 14th Street and gathering it from Mr. Kyle, who has an interest in these properties.
And here we are at Hopkins, Sutter, Hamel, and Park. See, I'm dressed for the occasion. It's a wonderful D.C. law office. Let's go see what Iden's doing.
Okay. Hi, I'm Iden Simpson. I'm working at Hopkins, Sutter, Hamlin Park. And we're on the 8th floor of the law office. It's 3 floors. I work on the 5th floor. And what I do mostly is go for work. I go and I do assignments. I run errands. I'll be going to court next week before the project's over. And I'm mostly working for the business aspect of the law office. And I work on the computer sometimes using spreadsheets. And that's pretty much about it.
Sounds good.
There you have it.
Do you have any more questions?
Yet another Landon senior making his impact on the world.
Thank you very much. Take it easy.
NIH, the place where Kadir Erdman works.
Hey, Blue. Hey, Blue. Oh, Scott, how you doing? We're just hanging out here at NIH looking for Kadir Erdman. We don't know where he is yet, but he should be coming around soon. Let's go look for him. Yeah. I'm so glad we found you. Can we go inside and take a look at what you do?
No, man, the lab's really crowded. There are like 5 people working in one crowded space.
Well, tell us what you do.
Well, when I first started, they gave me rabbit cells, and I started culturing those in vitro in the lab. And the main thing is you have to keep the sterile technique, and you incubate them overnight in the incubators at 33 degrees Celsius. I've also learned how to use a spectrophotometer, which measures protein concentration. So, like in different compounds, you can find out what kind of protein is in it. I also learned different techniques such as electrophoresis and I don't know, many different scientific techniques that you have to learn to work in any lab anywhere around here. That's basically what I've been doing. I've been coming like 9 in the morning till 5 at night, just working in the lab, trying to learn what's going on.
That's great, Kadir. We've really learned a lot here today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We now take you to the former Whittier Woods Elementary School, which is now home to the Bethesda Academy of Performing Arts for all ages of children. Webb Dreyfus works here. Let's see what he's up to.
Little boy. Okay, here at the Academy, what they do usually is we take kids after school and on weekends who are interested in the theater or singing or dancing sometimes, and they come after school and on weekends and hone their skills and take classes. And every season there's a new class for different abilities and different age groups. Right here is the youngest age group, and their production is the culmination of their 3-month work period in acting. And so here we go.
We now take you to the project of Mark Nelson. Mark is the chairman of the Montgomery County Youth Speak Out, an organization that enables the youth of Montgomery County to voice their opinions on various issues. Let's hear what Mark has to say as he gives this speech in front of a number of parents and children.
Mark Nelson, who has chaired the youth committee for this last year. We cannot express our gratitude enough, Mark, to you and to the students who have worked so diligently, responsibly to come up with the information that you're going to share with us, information that I know Mr. Kramer, members of the council, Board of Education will use well in the years to come. Mark, it's all yours.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome you all here tonight. Tonight we'd like to share with you, our friends, families, and honored guests, some of our accomplishments over the past year, which are outlined in more detail in the report.
Well, senior projects are over now. Now we can just look back and reflect on our high school careers. Friends, family, here we are, live at the amphitheater here at Landon School, getting ready to rehearse for graduation. Nostalgia's coming on. I say we go inside and see what's happening. Hey, and Jim, give me a few words as you leave Landon. What are your thoughts as you're leaving Landon? Whoa.
Looking forward to a new life, I guess. It was a life in itself. Gotta move on now. supposed to think.
Think, buddy.
I love Landon.
I'm glad I'm leaving. I'm glad I'm leaving.
I think senior projects rule. They give you an opportunity to work outside the Landon community.
Very nice. Nice. Go Bears.
Well, my senior project's been real fun. I've sat and watched television for 3 weeks.
All right.
Well, I've pretty much slept, but I'd say the fact that you guys haven't filmed any of us pretty much says it all.
My senior project's been pretty boring, basically. I've had about 1 hour work day, so that's about it.
Yeah, this is the same with my senior project, sort of.
The committee's not going to see this, huh?
Equals empty squared.
My senior project has been very interesting. I think it's been a very worthwhile experience.
Been here since 6th grade. Happy it's over, but it's been fun.
Go ahead, Craig.
10 years, I'm out of here. Dave?
Started in 6th grade. Took a 1-year vacation. Now I'm back. Glad to be back. Good to be back. I'm looking good to be gone. Good to be gone.
Thank you.
It's been all right.
I'll play, but I can't.
Big Rob eating at the graduation dinner. Rob, reflect on Landon. How's it been?
Stimulating.
Stimulating. There you heard it from the beef boy himself.
I'm beating you, Ed. Okay. So who's that? Caller. As soon as you talk to him, hi, Ed. Hi, Ed. I don't care.
Don't get my picture.
Ryan, I've been fishing all day. You see my son's face a little suntan.
Ahmad. You're leaving Landon? Give me a few words.
Coming from Bullis. Where are you going? Educational experience.
Say that again?
Coming from Bullis, it was a great experience, and I require all those people from Bullis to come over here. Great school.
All right.
He's wearing the Bullis color. You gotta edit that. You gotta edit it.
I'll follow Don.
Shut up, it's on the board. What Don play?
Question mark. And the Mysterians.
Jose, what are you looking back for? Just sign it. I've got to look.
A few words about Landon in remembrance?
No, I feel that I've developed fully my experience with Landon.
Good. Bye.
And I'm just going to be very, very glad to get away. Because this single-sex thing just isn't working out.
Mark, shut up.
I hope that I did as well at Hopkins lacrosse as I did here.
You're going to play lacrosse for That's hack, right?
I got the diploma in my hand.
When do we see that?
Don't call me a graduate. I still blow it with the senior project.
Comment on the class of '89.
Well, I don't know about the past 4 years, but I can't wait to be frat brothers with Scott Davis next year.
What do you think about being frat brothers with Kadir Erkman?
Well, I'm not pledging a frat, so that's not going to be a problem, but I am really looking forward to going to Hopkins next year, so that's great. Hey, man.
There you have it. Our film is now ended. And I could say that I've enjoyed making this film. I think it's really made me realize how much I'm going to miss this class next year and how much I'm going to miss Landon. And I thank all of you for being a part of my life for the last 10 years.
Couldn't explain it any better, Ed. I mean, I'll tell you, when I go to college, none of my classmates from this school are going to be there. It's really going to hurt me, especially you, Ed. Been here since 10 years with you, baby.
Miss Davis's class.
Yeah,
Miss
Davis, yep. What do you think, Paul?
Well, I haven't been as long as you guys. 7 years for me. But I think I've grown a lot. Learned a lot of morals, a few ethics, even some academics along the way. But above all, we had a lot of fun, and our friends are really good. We'll see you later.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you. Have a good life. Tomorrow, we're out of here. Dino!